All right, FightHype.com here with the number one contender in the super welterweight division, undefeated Tim Tszyu. Tim, first, before we get to this fight, June 17th, live on Showtime in your home of Australia against Carlos Ocampo, former world title challenger, fought Errol Spence. That last performance against Tony Harrison, it was impressive. And after the fight, I even said it had a little Julio Cesar Chavez in it with the way you put pressure on, right hand up top, left hook to the body. Some people thought I was being blasphemous. Is that blasphemous to give you just a little bit of Chavez comparisons after that?
That's pretty cool, man, to be compared to Chavez, huh?
Is that, am I going too far, or do you think you did have a little Julio Cesar Chavez in your game?
I think stylistically we're completely different, man. Completely different. But there is certain shots we throw the same, I guess. So,
what are your thoughts on Carlos Ocampo? A lot of people know him from the 1-round knockout loss to Spence when he was 22. Is he better than that to your eyes?
Yeah, for sure. You can't judge someone at 22 years old. You're still fresh and young, and it was just a clean shot, I guess, that happened in round one. So you don't know what could have happened after that anyway. So I'm expecting the best Carlos Ocampo there is.
Why is it so important to you right now to stay busy? You haven't been just waiting for the undisputed title fight with Charlo. You're getting another fight in. Why is that?
I don't allow destiny. I don't allow someone else's life depend on my life. I'm not the guy to just sit on the sideline and watch my career just on the sideline. I'm here to actually fight and keep doing what I'm doing and get better in growth. That's the main thing.
Do you put anything in any stock in comparing your performances to Fundora and to Spence?
Nah, I never compare myself to no one. And every style is so different. One fight you might do this to someone, the other fight you might do that to someone, another fighter might do that to someone. Every style is different. That's the best thing about boxing. Just because you beat one person, that doesn't mean that you can beat the other person. That's what makes boxing so interesting.
Stylistically, how do you see this fight? Is it going to be two guys kind of a head-on collision, or do you fight a little differently mixed with a style like that? Do you box more, or what do you think it looks like?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see on the night what happens and what I feel like. Right now, I feel comfortable when I get in the ring, and it's not all about just walking forward and trying to break your opponent down. It's about picking the right shots and picking the right spurts and being able to get the job done in style.
What did you get better at from the Tony Harrison fight, you think, that we'll see in this fight?
My comfort in the ring. Under chaos, I feel most calm, which is a crazy feeling. When things are when things are supposed to be 100 miles an hour, you bring it down to your brain, and to be able to just relax and calm everything down and see things from a perspective, and be able to throw certain shots and know that it's going to land, and to be able to slip them, just feel comfortable in there.
Well, but you didn't exactly look unconfident or not comfortable before the Harrison fight. Yeah, so you could expand on it a little bit. Is it just the IQ going up?
The experience. I don't know. Each fight, you feel like you get better and better, and you learn more and more. And even you feel it in sparring, and you feel it. You feel it when you're on the pads and throwing shots, and you're evolving as a fighter.
You talked before the Harrison fight about it could have been a blessing in disguise that the Charlo fight fell through. Now you get more time to develop. Is that the case right now? You stand a better chance of winning that fight when it happens than you did before the Harrison fight. Has Charlo made a little bit of a mistake letting you get better?
Yeah, probably, man. That's on him, And another camp now with Carlos Ocampo, and another camp after for the Charlo. It's all gonna play on my part you know, and him staying out of the ring for so long. Yeah, it's all on me.
I know you're not really concerned what he's doing. You focus on what's on your task at hand. But are you starting to, you hear things in the business. Are you starting to think he's not going to fight you next? That he might fight a Mendoza because like you said, you're getting 2 or 3 fights in while he hasn't fought since last year.
It's frustrating, man. It's real frustrating. But he can't be skipping forward from me. You know, that's the fight to make.
But I part of me asked, do you? So he's got the deadline for the WBO by September 30th. Do you think because like you said, the ring rust he might be having to go through if he fights you, do you think he's going to let that WBO strap just go and you'll win it, the vacant title, and he goes ahead and keeps the WBC by fighting Mendoza to get a fight in? Is that kind of the scenario we're headed towards, or are you thinking?
Nah.
Okay, yeah.
I think we're heading towards the Undisputed clash.
With him even a year plus out of the ring, you think he'll go ahead and get straight into it?
Yeah, I think he will.
What's different about that fight if it happens next as opposed to if it happened in January?
My comfort in the ring. I feel like this is where I belong. Otherwise, before it was chaotic and I used to rush a lot of things. Now I pick my shots and I feel more comfortable in there. So I think, and that is the biggest growth that I have experienced in the last year or so.
Are you skeptical at all about the injury and all that kind of stuff? Do you think he's playing like it's a smokescreen, he's playing games, or it just is what it is? The man hasn't been able to get in the ring yet because of injuries.
I think, I don't know. I don't know. My opinion keeps changing. I think there was an injury. In my honest opinion, I think there was an injury. He wouldn't have backed out. Us fighters, we've got this mentality. We don't fear no one, no matter what. You can put King Kong in front of us. That's just how we are. That's just how fighters think. I don't think he's. I think he's like that as well. You know, he's not going to back away from a challenge. I think it's taking longer than it should be. That's my honest opinion. And I think by him posting all that stuff, him partying, and that doesn't help either. You know, it's frustrating. Me as a fighter, we want to get a fight along, and this guy's out in the clubs and he's not taking it seriously. So it's like we're at different points of our life and career.
Does that affect him as a fighter when he steps in the ring with you, doing that kind of stuff?
We're going to have to wait and see. I think we're going to have to wait and see, you know, but it's definitely not the right way to be as a fighter. That's for sure.
Are you looking to send a message with the Ocampo performance or just get the W?
Oh, message for sure. Yeah, there's I'm not satisfied with just the W anymore. It's the message that's the real part.
Is say he goes ahead and he vacates the WBO strap. Is that even how do you take that? Is that like a great consolation prize? Hey, I'm still world champion, or are you not looking at that belt?
Nah, man.
Yeah.
You know what? For me, even now, it's like it's not about the belts anymore. It's not about that. It's about beating the best guy in the division, the number one dog, who's the number one top dog who's in the division, to become the best top dog. You know, so that for me is the number one priority.